Okay, so we're back up to passage 3 now. So the passage 3 is about language. You can see this, it's written about this marvelous invention. So we have matching heading questions, we have summary completion, and then yes or no given questions. Pretty much yes or no given, they come in order. Summary completion, they seldom come in order, but obviously the this thing doesn't really actually come they don't actually come in order. You really have to understand the main idea. So, anyways, the wheel is one invention that has had a major impact on something. All right. Of all mankind's manifold creations, language must take a pride of place. Pride of place means importance. Other inventions. Okay, let me just actually choose a thing to highlight here. Other inventions, the wheel, agriculture, sliced bread, may have transformed our material existence, but the advent of language is what made us human. Compared to language, all other inventions pale in significance, since everything we have ever achieved depends on language and it originates from it. Without a language, we could never have embarked on our ascent to unparalleled power of all other animals, and even more, in even over nature itself. Pretty much this paragraph is basically talking about um the significance of the language. So therefore significance. Let me actually I forgot about the table. Actually, I want to create a table here so we can write the paraphrases. All right, so words in the questions and similar words from the passage. There we go. So this has to be probably most important invention of all. So most important invention of all, most important invention of all. So it is a language must take pride of place. There we go. So let me actually highlight these. All right, now. So the answer here is going to be number 6. Take that and remove this, obviously. However, one a wheel uh wheel invention, so on and so forth. The wheel is one invention that has had a major impact on material. It says material existence, right? So if it's saying the material existence, then that's probably should be the answer, I guess, right? Or not? This is just the wheel is one invention that has had a major impact on something. Um, I'm not sure what could be the answer. So basically, it says other inventions, the wheel, agriculture, sliced bread, may have transformed our material existence. Material existence, we have E, so I think I'm gonna choose that. Okay, so I also remove this one. Um, but no impact has been as something as that of language. So has had and no impact has been as so major impact is the word transformed. And all right, so as that of language, so aspects of life are also existent. Aspects of life means existence. Now what else? Aspects of life, no, but no impact has been as something as that of language. No impact, what exactly they're talking about? Compared to language, all other inventions pale in significance since everything we have ever achieved depends on language. All right. And originates from it. Without language, we could never have embarked. So, other inventions, blah, blah, blah. This is the one we have to choose here as of number 33. But the advent of language is what made us human. Compared to language, that of language, compared to language, all other inventions pale in significance. Pale in significance. So, I guess is a fundamental. Pale, whoops. Pale Insignificance. Significance. I think I'm making a mistake. But anyways, just skip that for now. Pale insignificance means fundamental, I guess, right? Fun, fundamental. Right, I'm just typing very slow these days. G, take that, and we're gonna remove this one as well. Now, what else have we done? Language is very something. Language is very something, yet composed in something else. All right, we did not know that. But language is foremost not just because it came first. In its own right, it is a tool of extraordinary sophistication. However, its sophistication is often overlooked. Yet, based on the idea of ingenious simplicity, this marvelous invention of composing out of 25 or 30 sounds that infinite variety of expressions which, whilst having on themselves no likeness to what is in our mind, allows us to disclose to others its whole secret is often overlooked. Is often overlooked. This often overlooked is basically what it's trying to tell us. Um, right. So, all right. Damn it. All right. What else to say? We have Port Royal. We have Port Royal here. Human beings might have achieved their present position without language, and that's pretty much that's pretty much is said. Without language, we could never have embarked on our ascent to unparalleled power over all other animals and even our nature itself. So, so basically, human beings might have achieved their presence without language. We could never have embarked on our ascent. So this one has to be number 37, right? So 37. Let me actually have that as well. So this one has to be a no for us. There we go. The Port Royal grammarians. Now where did we stop? Okay, who cannot penetrate all that we can imagine and all the various steerings of our soul. This was how in 1660 the renowned French grammarians of the Port Royal Abbey near Versailles distilled the essence of language. Um, distill the essence of language. Essence is nature. Um, nature, essence of language, and no one since has celebrated more eloquently the magnitude of its achievement. So, um, I think that distilled the essence of language. So, and no one since has celebrated more eloquently the magnitude of its achievement means that uh like language has enough language has given us like permitted us or like maybe enabled us to get something to achieve, and this grammar and yet these grammarians did justice. This the distilled blah 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 has celebrated more eloquently, so this one has to be number 38. So I'm gonna highlight that. There we go. So 38 has to be a yes. All right. A complex idea can be explained more clearly in a sentence than in a single word. However, paragraph B is not necessarily comparing it's not necessarily comparing any other paragraphs. So, but let's let it even so there's just one flaw in all this hymns of praise for the homage to language is a unique accomplishment conceals a simple yet critical incongruity. Language is mankind's greatest invention, except of course that is never invented. This apparent paradox is at the core of our fascination with language, and it holds many of its secrets. Okay, all right. Apparently incompatible characteristics of language. So it's basically incomparable characteristics. Let me the paradox is at the core of our fascination with language and holds many of its secrets. So yeah, I think that's what it is. Right. I'm gonna choose number three, I guess, right? So, or am I wrong? Okay, let me just actually no, it's not number three, it's number four. So let me just actually choose that. I'm not sure about it. These days, I'm not really sure about of many things somehow. Language often seems so skillfully drafted that one can hardly uh imagine it as anything other than the perfected handiwork of a master craftsman. How else could this instrument make so much? By the way, paragraph B also answers to questions in the summary completion. Language is very something. Language is very something, yet composed of just a small number of sounds. Did it answer here? Language is very something, yet composed of just small numbers of sounds. Very what? Okay. Um, marvelous invention of composing out of 25 or 30 sounds that infinite variety of expressions whilst having in themselves no likeness to whatever, blah, blah, blah. A small number means 25 or 30, right? 25 or 30. So composed of very what? Infinite variety of expressions. Infinite variety of expressions. I think that's big, complex. I'm not gonna think for a very long time. It's not difficult. That is the answer. That's not the answer actually. So let me actually also remove the G. So it's small number of sounds. Small number of sounds is also refers to, and complex is referred to as where was it? Okay. Where was it? I think that I have no other options, but complex means infinite something. So I'm gonna choose this as another answer for number 35. Number 35. So infinite variety of expressions. Uh, infinite, infinite, infinite variety of expressions. Right? So okay. So a complex idea can be explained more clearly in a sentence of a single word. Nothing else. Now we have 36 as well. Language often seems so skillfully something. Um, all right. Did we answer B? Yes, we did. Language often seems so skillfully drafted that one can hardly imagine it is anything other than the perfect handiwork of a master craftsman. How else? How else could this instrument make so much out of barely 3 dozen measly morsels of sound? Measly morsels, very tiny ones. In themselves, these configurations of mouth, PF, blah blah blah, and so on amount to nothing more than a few haphazard spits and splutters, random noises with no meaning, no ability to express, no power to explain. But run them through the cogs and wheels of the language machine, let it arrange them into some very special orders, and there's nothing that these meaningful streams of air cannot do, from cycling the interminable board of existence to unraveling the fundamental order of the universe. Um, what is the option for that? So the option basically, okay, universal ability to use language. That is what it is. No, it's not. And the way in which differences between languages highlight their impressive. No, the way in which few sounds are organized to convey a huge a range of something. Uh, I think that is the one. I think that's number two. Gonna remove it now again. Um, okay. What else? Does the answer to any of these? Nothing more. The most extraordinary thing about language, however, is that one doesn't have to be genius to set its wheels in motion, right? Okay. The language machine allows just about everybody from pre-modern foragers in its subtropical savanna to postmodern philosophers in suburban sprawl to tie these meaningful sounds together into an infinite variety of subtle senses, and all apparently without the slightest exertion. Yet it is precisely this deceptive ease which makes language a victim of its own success. Oh, language appears to be something to use. However, its sophistication is often overlooked. Very familiar answer here, I guess, right? The most extraordinary thing about language, however, is that one doesn't have to be a genius to set its wheels in motion. So one doesn't have to be genius, means kind of easy. Easy. Whoops. F. There we go. Finally found this. And paragraph D is basically talking about the universal ability to use language. The wheels of language run so smoothly that one really bothers to stop thinking. I mean, to stop and think about I think all the resourcefulness and expertise that must have gone into making thick, tick. Language conceals art. So yeah, there we go. All right. Now, number 39. Do we have anything number 39? Can be explained more clearly in a sentence in a single word. We haven't found anything. We haven't found anything just yet. The Sumerians were responsible for it. Where are the Sumerians? I think Sumerians. We have Sumerian here. What else do we have? Sumerian here as well. No. A complex idea can be explained. Okay. Paragraph E. Often it is only a stretchment of foreign tongues with their many exotic and outlandish features that brings home the wonder of language design. One of the showiest stunts that some languages can pull off is an ability to build up words of break, breath-breaking length, and thus express in one word that English takes a whole sentence to say. A complex idea can be explained more clearly in a sentence than in a single word. Um, no, the Turkish words. Okay, holy shit. To take one example, means nothing less than you are one of those whom we can't turn into a town dweller. Okay, guys, if you're learning Turkish, there you go. You have a fantastic lesson. You can just train your mouth to you know to use these kinds of words. Although Turkish language is very beautiful, but this one is kind of really hard. In case you were wondering, this monstrosity really is one word, not merely many different words squashed together. This one is most of its components cannot even stand up in their own. Okay. So a complex idea can be explained more clearly in a sentence in a single word. It doesn't really say that. But there's something that says one of the showiest stunts that some language can pull off is an ability to build up words of breath-breaking length and thus express in one word what makes English what English takes a whole sentence to say. But here it doesn't. Where was it? All right. A complex idea can be explained more clearly in a sentence than in a single word. So, it doesn't mention whether a complex idea can be explained more clearly. It doesn't mention anything about a complex idea. It just takes a random thing. So not time is not wasted and given as a not given. And if this sound like some one-off freak, then consider Sumerian, the language spoken of the banks of the Euphrates some 5,000 years ago by the people who invented writing and thus enabled the documentation of history. A Sumerian word like Monintuma, when he had made it suitable for her, might seem rather trim compared to the Turkish colossus above. What is impressive about it, however, is not not its lengthiness, but rather the reverse, the thrifty compactness of its construction. The word is made up of different slots, each corresponding to a particular portion of meaning. The sleek design allows single sounds to convey useful information, and in fact, even the absence of a sound has been enlisted to express something specific. If you were to ask which bit in the Sumerian word corresponds to the pronoun it in the English translation, when he had made it suitable for her, then the answer would have been nothing. Would have to be nothing. Mind you, a very particular kind of nothing. The nothing that sounds that stands in the empty slot in the middle. The technology is fine-tuned then that even a non-sound, even carefully placed in a particular position, has been invested with a specific function. Who could possibly have come up with such a nifty contraption? Um, Sumerians were responsible for starting the recording events. And if that sounds like someone freak then consider Sumerian, the language spoken at the banks of the Euphrates sometimes blah blah blah. So documentation of history, so recording events. So okay, so let me just actually navigate here. Recording events means documentation of history, right? Okay, documentation of history. So what else do we have? F, responsible for starting the event. Enabled the documentation of history, but who invented writing and thus enabled means started. I guess that's yes. Although I'm very not sure. Okay. Right. Paragraph F. Paragraph F is basically talking about the silence, right? So silence, absence of a sound. Even silence, absence of a sound. That's number 5. Give it a number 5 and remove it. And paragraph E was something about related to some sort of comparisons and so on. Impressiveness, I guess, right? Number 1. There we go, guys. We have officially finished. It was pretty interesting to learn, however. Have we finished them all? I guess I have made mistakes somewhere around number 39 and somewhere around the list of headings as well, although I'm not sure. So also let me actually highlight this one as well. So give this. Which one was it? It was a complex idea can be explained more clearly in a sentence than in a single word. Sumerians were responsible. This is number 40. Give this a number 40. And take that. All right. Whoops. All right. So then what else do we have? Language appears to be something to use, however, its sophistication. Easy to use. Okay. This highlight that as well. And give it this one as a number 36. Number 36. And more to come. We have did I take 38? Yes, 37. How about 37? Where was the 37? Human beings might have achieved their present language. Yes, I did 37. 30, 36 is there. 35 is also there. 34 as that of language. 34. As I compared, this one is 34. So I guess this one has got to be 34. Whoops, not that. There we go. And 33. At 33 as well. 34, 33. Let me actually do this as such. Okay. There we go, guys. We finally finished Cambridge 11. The next episode is going to be about, obviously, Cambridge 12. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you this was pretty interesting also, but also at the same time was pretty boring to do. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions on these passages, or maybe just approach, or like if you want uh any help with the approach for the reading, make sure to comment down below, and I'll be very happy to return back with a fair response. Thank you once again for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one.